Williamsonia was one of the most unusual seed plants of the dinosaur era, thriving between 190 and 125 million years ago during the Jurassic and early Cretaceous periods. Although it looked somewhat like a modern scythe, it belonged to an extinct group called the Bennettites. Its thick trunk, crown of stiff leaves, and large flower-like reproductive structures made it one of the most recognizable prehistoric plants. Fossils have been discovered across Europe, Asia, Africa, and North America, showing that it once covered vast prehistoric landscapes. When giant dinosaurs such as Stegosaurus and Allosaurus roamed the Earth, Williamsonia was already flourishing. After surviving millions of years of environmental change, the entire group eventually disappeared, leaving only fossils to reveal what these remarkable plants looked like. Bennettites belonged to the same ancient plant group as Williamsonia and was among the dominant vegetation of the Jurassic world. These plants resembled small palm-like trees with stout trunks and crowns of leathery leaves, but they were neither palms nor cycads. What made Bennettites remarkable were their complex reproductive structures, which looked surprisingly similar to flowers long before true flowering plants became widespread. Fossils have been found on several continents, proving they once thrived across the globe. They formed an important part of the diet for many plant-eating dinosaurs before disappearing around the end of the Cretaceous period. Today, Bennetite survives only in the fossil record, making it one of the lost giants of prehistoric plant evolution. Dicroidium was one of the most widespread seed ferns during the Triassic period, growing about 250 to 200 million years ago. Its distinctive forked leaves covered large regions of the ancient southern supercontinent Gondwana, which included present-day Australia, Antarctica, South Africa, India, and South America. These hardy plants formed dense forests that supported some of the earliest dinosaurs and many prehistoric reptiles. Unlike modern ferns, Dicroidium reproduced using seeds instead of spores, giving it an evolutionary advantage in harsh climates. As Earth's continents shifted and climates changed, Dicroidium gradually vanished, becoming one of the defining plants of a lost prehistoric world. Glossopteris was an enormous seed fern that dominated the forests of Gondwana for millions of years before the dinosaurs reached their peak. Recognized by its broad tongue-shaped leaves, it formed extensive forests across what are now South America, Africa, India, Australia, and Antarctica. The discovery of identical Glossopteris fossils on these distant continents became one of the strongest pieces of evidence supporting the theory of continental drift. These ancient forests stored huge amounts of plant material that eventually helped form many of today's coal deposits. Around 250 million years ago, massive environmental changes led to the extinction of Glossopteris, ending the reign of one of Earth's most successful prehistoric plants. Lepidodendron was one of the tallest plants of the Carboniferous period, growing nearly 300 million years ago. Often called the giant scale tree, it could reach heights of over 30 meters, 100 feet, with trunks more than 2 meters, 6.5 feet, wide. Unlike modern trees, its trunk was covered in diamond-shaped leaf scars that created a unique scale-like pattern. Vast forests of Lepidodendron covered prehistoric swamps long before dinosaurs appeared, and much of their buried remains eventually became today's coal deposits. As Earth's climate became drier, these magnificent giants disappeared forever, leaving only fossils behind. Sigillaria was another enormous prehistoric tree that thrived alongside Lepidodendron in the ancient coal forests. It grew up to 30 meters, 100 feet, tall and had a straight trunk marked with neat vertical rows of oval leaf scars that looked like ancient seals or stamps. Instead of spreading branches, most of its leaves formed a crown near the top. Sigillaria flourished in warm, swampy environments for millions of years before dramatic climate changes caused its extinction. Today, its fossils are found across Europe and North America, preserving the memory of one of Earth's earliest forest giants. Calamites was a giant relative of today's tiny horsetail plants. Growing over 20 meters, 65 feet, tall, it resembled a massive green bamboo with hollow, jointed stems. These towering plants formed dense forests around rivers and swamps during the Carboniferous period, providing shelter for giant insects, amphibians, and other prehistoric life. Their rapid growth allowed damaged stems to regenerate quickly after floods. As ancient wetlands disappeared, Calamites also vanished, surviving today only through beautifully preserved fossils. Archaeopteris is often called the world's first true tree because it combined fern-like leaves with a strong woody trunk similar to modern trees. It lived around 385 to 359 million years ago, long before the first dinosaurs evolved. Reaching heights of nearly 30 meters, 100 feet, Archaeopteris formed Earth's earliest large forests and completely transformed the planet by stabilizing soils and increasing atmospheric oxygen. Scientists believe these forests played a major role in shaping modern ecosystems. Although Archaeopteris eventually became extinct, it paved the way for nearly every forest that exists today. Medullosa was one of the largest seed ferns of the late Carboniferous and Permian periods, living roughly 320 to 250 million years ago. Its thick trunk supported a crown of enormous fern-like fronds that could stretch several meters long, giving it the appearance of a giant tropical palm. Despite its fern-like look, Medullosa reproduced with seeds rather than spores, making it one of the earliest advanced seed plants. It thrived in warm prehistoric forests long before dinosaurs became the dominant animals on Earth. As climates changed and ancient forests disappeared, Medullosa became extinct, leaving behind remarkable fossils that reveal its strange anatomy. Czechowskia was a unique prehistoric tree that flourished during the Jurassic and early Cretaceous periods, around 170 to 100 million years ago. It is recognized by its long, ribbon-like leaves that grew in clusters unlike those of any modern tree. Fossils have been discovered across Asia and Europe, showing that it was a common part of Dinosaur-Era forests. These trees grew alongside giant sauropods and predatory dinosaurs, forming part of the ancient woodland ecosystem. By the end of the Cretaceous period, Czekanowskia had completely disappeared, surviving today only in fossilized leaves and branches. Tylophyllum was one of the most widespread Bennettitalian plants during the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. Its graceful feather-like leaves closely resembled those of modern cycads, but it belonged to an entirely extinct plant group. Fossils have been found on nearly every continent, proving that it once covered vast areas of the prehistoric world. Tylophyllum thrived while dinosaurs ruled the Earth and likely formed an important part of many ancient ecosystems. After millions of years of success, this remarkable plant vanished during the great changes that ended the age of dinosaurs. Nilsonia was an ancient cycad-like plant that spread across the world during the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. Its broad, leathery leaves grew from a sturdy trunk, allowing it to survive in warm climates where many dinosaurs lived. Fossils discovered in Europe, Asia, Greenland, and North America show that Nilsonia was one of the most successful plants of its time. It provided food and shelter for countless prehistoric animals and remained abundant for tens of millions of years. Eventually, changing climates and the extinction of many ancient plant groups brought Nilsonia's long history to an end, leaving only fossils as evidence of this remarkable dinosaur-era plant.